today. So whoever been watching my channel, I want to say thank you guys for all the love and support about my mom, and thank you guys for all the people who liked and subscribed to my channel and to the family and the community of, just being a light. So I just want to update you guys with information about my mom. So my mom is in the hospital, and she's in the hospital now because she has COVID, but she also has Alzheimer's, and so they are going to keep her until they can put her into rehab to see when or if she is able to come home. So, I'm asking, you guys for prayer for healing, not just for COVID, but for Alzheimer's, healing my mom from Alzheimer's, because like I'm watching my mom slowly become a kid. Like the movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button can never put it any better than it is. Like just watching a person that was so vibrant and so alive, even though you didn't have the best time together, you know and then watching and then you don't know who they are. Like, so my mom had Alzheimer's since she was like, she might have had it before, but the signs were really start to show around age 54. And I didn't know what Alzheimer's looked like. I mean, my grandfather had dementia, but I wasn't, around him on a daily basis to understand exactly what that looked like. So I didn't know what Alzheimer's was, or what it exactly that it brought with. But like watching your loved one slowly disappear while they're still alive is miserable. Like, so miserable. And I just want to say that if you have a loved one that you love that is still breathing today, that still have air in their lungs, and if you have something ill against them or they have something ill against you, I suggest you make it right. Even if you got to be the bigger person and say, hey, I was wrong. And if they know that they was wrong and they love you, they will probably say, you know what, it was me. But even if they don't, just apologize. Because once they're gone, they're gone. There's no, let's go back and fix it. Okay, that you died, now wake up, let's fix it. There's none of that. And I'll be honest and transparent that my mom and I didn't have a good relationship. And it was just like I gained another child overnight, didn't ask for it, dreaded it, if I'm being honest. My mom's basically my mom's parents. I figured out and how to take care of her and my children where I don't know how. With little help. Yeah, I moved out another state, but my family is at least 45 to 50 minutes away. Um, and there's still not really much help there. And you can ask people all day, say, well, give me a call, and it's really much help. um but even with the littlest help, by somebody giving me some advice or information, that right there is like $1,000,000. But I had to learn that my mother wasn't the best mom to me the way I needed her to be, because she lost her mom at an early age. And so it helped me to put my feet in her shoes and say, hey, maybe that's why she acts the way that she acts. And so I no longer hold her to, oh, you wasn't a good mom, you wasn't a good mom. And it's like now I just want to make sure that she's okay. And every day seeing her at the hospital, when I call her or when I get there, she says, yeah, she doesn't speak in complete sentences anymore. And my mom's only 61 right now, but she doesn't speak in complete sentences anymore. And she says, well, am I coming home today? And I have to figure out of ways to say no without saying no, because I don't want to make her feel much worse. But at the same time, I don't want her to feel like she's alone, like I left her. And I'm just trying, like to be the best daughter that I can be. And it's just like, it's so overwhelming. It's stressful, physically, mentally, and emotionally, just watching your loved one slowly drift away. And it's like, I'm that person that, that I've been asking God to please heal my mother for all times. God, that you can do anything. Like, God, there's nothing that you cannot do. And if there's anybody that can heal her, it's God. And I'm just hoping that he can. But at the same time, that if that's not in his will to heal her, then I have to trust that it was for a reason. So if she doesn't get healed, I'm just asking you guys just to pray for grace. Grace for healing. I'm not even going to ask for understanding, because some things just is not meant to be understood. And so I just want to say to you guys that if you love somebody, now's the time to love them. If you got to give them flowers, now's the time to give them. If you want to hug them, now's the time to hug them. If you want to forgive them or you want them to forgive you, now's the time. Now is the time. Don't wait till later. Don't wait till later until it's too late, or till they've been put in the ground, or they're on their deathbed where they can't speak, or they can't receive it, or they can't put out the same energy that you are giving or apologizing to you. Wait, do it right then and there. So be the bigger person and just say, hey, I apologize for what I said to you. Or hey, I'm sorry that I've done that to you. Because at the end of the day, like, you gotta ask yourself, like, is my feelings of me feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to be right or I'm supposed to be wrong, bigger than the love that you have for a loved one? Like, is it bigger? Like, is it worth holding an argument? Like, your pride. Is your pride maybe why that's why God says that he hates the face of a proud person? Like, like, because being prideful just come in many ways and many forms, and you being prideful and just saying, like, hey, like, I'm angry, I'm peed off, and this is how it's going to be because this is how I feel. Yeah, you're entitled to how you feel, and yeah, people do you wrong, but if you think about it, hurt people. And if a person, you gotta look at that thing and be like, is it worth it? Is it worth that when I hang up off this phone from you, or is it worth it when I go to sleep tonight that I won't see you again? And you sit there and you replay, remember your last words, and sitting there and wondering, like, hey, I could have apologized. You know what? I'm sorry. What do I think that if everybody held themselves to the standard of every conversation that you had that is valuable when you go to hang up is what do you want your last words to be? Because you never know when your last words someone else, whether it be your last words or their last words. And leaving someone with a memory that's good. Now, granted, it's not going to always be good times, but if you cut somebody out, you say, you know what, you take a few minutes and you just say, hey, you know what, I apologize. Sometimes being a bigger person is not for you. I mean, not for them. It's for you because at the end of the day, when they're gone or when you gone, that's something that they have to deal with. And why would you leave someone like that? Like, I have to learn how to be a better mother to my mother, a person who we did not get, like when I say that we bump heads, we bumped heads like all day, every day about everything. And but right now I have their mother. I don't know how to be a mother to a grown up. Cause how do you tell your mom, you have to sit down? And she's looking at you like, what? I raised you. Oh, mom, come on, let me like inside of the life of a caregiver of any aspect is a hard work, but I can only speak from a caregiver perspective of taking care of a person with Alzheimer's. You have to constantly repeat yourself, and in their head their mind is telling them, hey, I'm a grown person, why is all this happening to me? But you at the same time, you gotta, like, all the things that my mom used to tell me, that don't do, you don't do this and you don't do that, and she does them, like makes me think like, well, why is she doing this? But you had to realize it's something like their mind is not the same mind anymore. It's a totally different mind. And so you have to figure out how to be a better person for them. So it's like while you're trying to become you, you have to become a different you for them. And so like I really just don't know what to do when it comes to taking care of a person with all times. I'm just trying my best. But the only message that I just really felt like I needed to share was that if you love somebody, now is the time. Like, life will teach you something, and I'm learning that, they're not lessons that I care to learn. Like, waking up one day with a child and going to sleep without one. And that's why I teach my children to understand that you could wake up with a person and go to sleep without one. So I just think that, like, if you have someone that you love, that you know that you couldn't imagine life without, that one day, that day is going to come. But right now, while you have opportunity to just pick up the phone and say, hey, you know, I was a little angry. I didn't like what you said, or, that hurt my feelings. Being transparent, say, hey, I have feelings too, whether you're a man or a woman, because men have feelings too, just as much as we do. So whether it be your father or your mother or your sister or whoever, it may be, just apologize, like, hey, let's you could, like, I know you mad at me, but let's just make this thing right. And if the person don't want to forgive you, then hey, move on, but at least you tried for yourself, because at the end of the day, you can't be responsible for nobody but yourself and what you do. So if you can be responsible for yourself and say, hey, I tried to make it right, then you can live with that. And y'all, excuse me, I'm having like the roughest hair time right now. Like, this is my growth season right now. So pray for my hair and everything. Like, everything is just crazy right now. Like, I'm just trying to be like the best mom, the best daughter, the best wife, I guess. Be supportive to my children, be supportive to my man, just be supportive to everybody else. But I have nothing left for myself. And so I just want to say that don't give up. I love you guys. But don't let today be your last day of living. Let today be your last day of living with illness in your heart and in your mind. Go apologize. Get that peace for yourself, that internal peace for yourself. And I just want to say I love you guys. Have a blessed day. And don't you dare let no one steal your joy. Keep your head up. I hope that my trauma right now did not dim your light, because I want to bring light to you. So I guess if I could bring you a light to message to this today is that, hey, if you made a mistake, then you get another chance to make it right. Don't give up. We got to keep moving. We got to keep going. Don't give up. Make something wrong to right today if you have the ability to do so. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you for all of the family who subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the community. You liable to see anything crazy, real, raw, all that. Like, there's no editing here. Like, I just want y'all to see everything as it is. And I just want to say I love you guys. I truly appreciate you guys, and have a blessed day.